Hi, I'm Jill Baltimore, Executive Director of Teach for America Hawaii. Welcome to our third annual Video Deck Year in Review. This year, we're going to share with you some of the highlights and progress of our 2021 to 2022 school and fiscal year. You'll be able to hear from members of our Teach for America community. They are teachers, school leaders, coaches, and community leaders, each of whom are contributing to meaningful change in educational equity made possible by the investment and support of people like you. We'll also include a Learn More section where you'll be able to click and dive a little bit deeper into the activities and results of our work. Enjoy our year-end review made possible by partners like you.
Aloha, my name is Devin Kiahi Takahashi. I am a 2017 alum and I teach at Nanakuli High and Intermediate School. I teach math and Hawaiian farming. So I joined Teach for America because of the love of my community, and I wanted to make a positive impact on the future leaders of Hawaii. At TFA Hawaii, we are committed to ensuring promising leaders for our keiki. These core members embody the following characteristics. They are deeply rooted in local and native Hawaiian culture. They have been directly impacted by and have deep understanding of the injustices of educational equity. They hold broad and diverse experiences and yet are united around common purpose and shared values, translating lessons into policy and practice. These qualities inform our recruiting and serve as our Hawaii Regional Hokupa'a, or North Star, guiding our way to our 2026 goal of 50% of our incoming corp identifying as Kama'aina or Native Hawaiian. To build on this promise, this past year, we worked with campus ambassadors across a number of UH campuses. In particular, UH Manoa, UH West Oahu, and UH Hilo. We employed these students part-time to connect us to other students in their networks, especially those who may not be majoring in education. We also stewarded UH Career Fair contacts as well as folks who attended the annual It's Great to Be a Teacher event hosted by Hawaii Teacher Education Coordinating Committee, UH Manoa College of Education, and the Hawaii DOE. And we even co-host events and an informational booth with the local Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii Island. Over the course of the year, we provided support to applicants to ensure their strong candidacy throughout our interview process. This summer, we are pleased and proud to welcome 73 incoming core members who started virtual training on May 31st and began summer practicum on June 6th, in person, in schools on Oahu and Hawaii Island. We are thrilled to welcome these new educators to our island classrooms. To be honest, it was a really tough recruiting environment this year. We did not meet our local recruitment goal. Two of the factors that contributed to this were: at 73 incoming teachers, we are matriculating one of our largest cohorts in the last few years, which skews the percentage of Kama'aina and Native Hawaiians we recruited. However, it stands as a testament to the commitment of our national organization in terms of supporting the long-term development of regions like Hawaii that serve a large percentage of Native children. The second factor is not related to either our local or national recruiting practices. Rather, it is a sign of the times. Throughout the pandemic, news stories brought attention to the difficult and demanding conditions that teachers and students are working and learning in. Stories of high teacher turnover rates and low teacher pay, not to mention coupling with Hawaii's extreme high cost of living, have portrayed the teaching profession in a manner that has made it seem less desirable as a career choice. Nevertheless, we are steadfast in our pursuit of education equity and will continue to support the candidates who are currently in our recruitment funnel. Mahalo for believing in our work. My commitment to our keiki is to love them and to make them feel safe and to help them become better leaders for tomorrow.
Hello, my name is Joseph Manfrey. I am currently a mathematics teacher at Punahou School. Previously, I have taught at Waianae Intermediate School, Waianae High School, Ke'olikolani Middle School, which was formerly Central Middle School, and I also had the opportunity to work alongside Teach for America Hawaii with summer practicum at Waianae High School last summer. Last year, In summer 2021, while we continued to work around pandemic-era restrictions, we were proud to bring to life our dream of engaging our newest incoming teachers in summer practicum, teaching summer school students right here in our island public schools. For me, this was really beneficial because I was able to go back to Waianae High School and work with teachers with students that I previously have had. During the first 2 weeks of training, incoming corps members learned together virtually as a national group on a broader scale. But then on a more localized level, these corps members in Hawaii observe, learn, and teach in 5 specific schools: Hawaii Technology Academy, Kamaile Academy, Kapolei High School, Kealakee Intermediate, and Waianae High School, where I was at. Our program was delivered in partnership with these schools and was tailored to meet their specific needs. So even though experiences varied from school to school, we ensured all of our teachers had the opportunity to engage with students and support their learning in meaningful ways. For us, it was rewarding to know that we were able to pair just about all of our new teachers with the school communities where they would be placed in the fall. In all, they worked with 567 students, and they began to build some solid foundations that they were able to carry into the school year. At the end of summer practicum, corps members completed surveys to help us measure their experience and improve towards the future. Across the board, the majority noted the best part of their summer training was the in-person teaching time they had with students. Naturally, data was collected, and it helped inform how we shape our current 2022 summer experience. 2 specific areas were highlighted and strongly enhanced for this summer. Those were: 1, increased AINA-based learning experiences to serve community partners and help to begin grounding new teachers in Hawaiian and local culture. And 2, build strong relationships with teachers of record, their lead teachers, as early as possible in the summer school schedule. This helped with lesson planning, behavior management, and increased the feedback loop for them as reflective practitioners. Mahalo for your investment in our work. Because of this, students in Hawaii benefit. Students benefit because they receive a teacher that not only gets the lens of excellence from the standards that they have to teach, the content that they have to deliver, but these teachers are now grounded in culture. They are grounded in place, and they're able to deliver the equitable outcomes that we are searching for.
Aloha mai kako. I'm Lacey Chun, and I'm a 2017 Teach for America Corps member. I recently finished my 5th year teaching biology at Waianae High School, and I was also a leadership development coach this past year with Teach for America. In terms of developing the leadership of our Corps members, this year we provided professional development in the form of T-Family Days, along with coaching and individual support to develop the effectiveness and classroom impact of our teachers. Throughout the year, in addition to theoretical and technical learnings, these PD days also focused on empowering community connections and supporting total wellness, both physical wellness and financial health and wellness. Additionally, T-Family Days also featured AINA-based learning days, which, as noted earlier, are critical to helping our teachers to ground in Hawaiian history and culture, as well as the communities they live in and teach in, as they learn mo'olelo tied to the area and the work to restore the land, the water resources, and regenerate the cultural landscape. This year, we hosted these at 5 sites across Oahu and the island of Hawaii, including Camp Palehua above Makakilo, Kukani Loko birthstones in Wahioa, Kako'oiwi and Waikalua Loko I'a, both in Kaneohe, and Ho'onoho Papa Koholalele in Pa'awilo on the Hamakua coast of Hawaii Island. We also offered monthly virtual content learning communities where Corps members connected with each other based on the content areas they were teaching, like math, science, English, and social studies. Because these were virtual spaces, we could bring together teachers from placement schools on both islands to share in their specific content area learning, helping them to develop their vision, goals, plans, and how to execute on them. Feedback we received was quite positive and included these comments. At the individual coaching level, we augmented our scope of support in response to the Hawaii DOE pausing annual evaluations for our first-year teachers via EES, the Educator Effectiveness System. These would have included observations by principals who evaluate teachers based on domains set forth within the Danielson framework, part of licensure criteria for our first years. Given this change, we chose to train our teacher coaches in Danielson practices so that they could provide internal ratings for our first-year Corps members. These ratings were not officially reported. Instead, they served to expose Corps members to the framework itself and provide a reference for coaches that led more highly individualized support to increase overall teacher effectiveness. At the time this report was being finalized, 88.3% of our first-year Corps members were on track to receive their teaching license this summer. Thank you for your support and being able to provide these opportunities for the Teach for America community. Being able to connect our TFA Ohana with the greater Hawaiian community and AINA-based learning is really helping us in our schools and making us better educators.
Aloha, my name is Leslie Toy, and I was a 2012 TFA Hawai'i Corps member originally placed at Aiea Intermediate School. There I taught both science and English. Currently, I am privileged to serve as one of the assistant principals here at Kapolei High School, again on the island of Oahu. During the pandemic, we learned that virtual professional development isn't the only way to meet the needs and interests of our 424 alumni throughout the islands. Instead, we offered both formal programming and informal opportunities for connection, engaging approximately 200 alumni representing nearly 50% of our network. School leadership. Our summer learning course, Leadership for Change, prepared a new group of aspiring school leaders, and 6 TFA alumni in Hawaii were accepted to the fiscal year 2023 Rural School Leadership Academy hosted by Teach for America nationally. One alum applied and has begun training in the Hawaii Certification for School Leaders Institute and will be joining 12 TFA alumni, including myself, serving as school leaders this upcoming school year. Additionally, 2 alumni currently serving as vice principals have submitted applications to become certified principals. This year, we also hosted another section of the PD credit earning course, Authentic Leadership to Strengthen Student Outcomes, in partnership with the Hawaii State Teacher Fellows. My friend Bill Chen, a 2013 TFA alumnus, and I worked with other alumni to foster their interest in school leadership and provide mentorship for them. Additionally, I hosted an informational session for first and second year teachers at one of our T-Family Day professional development days, highlighting school leadership as an opportunity and consideration for their career trajectory. This year, retired Complex Area Superintendents Art Souza and Ann Mahi, along with former Punahou School President Jim Scott and UH's Richardson Law School Dean Camille Nelson, hosted monthly virtual gatherings where we could come together to explore topics around family, well-being, inclusivity, and identity, as well as big ideas like harnessing the power of wonder in order to build inspiration about what can be possible in our schools. Additionally, these sessions offer the opportunity for us to discuss challenges that we face and navigate at school every day. Each of these kupuna leaders also provided individualized one-on-one mentoring and coaching to support us. As with last year, these opportunities earned resounding praise of time well spent.
Aloha everyone, my name is Lord Ryan Lizardo and I'm a 2014 Hawai'i Corps member that was placed at Campbell High School, which was also my hometown in Ewa Beach, Hawaii. I'm so excited to be here today to share a little bit with you about data, but before I say that, just a few things about me. I was a 2014 Corps member, like I said, that taught social studies at James Campbell High School. I also was a class of 2020 student council advisor, in addition to being in charge of the Academy of Public and Human Services there. I no longer work at Campbell, but I miss it a ton. And I currently work at a local nonprofit as a director of work-based learning for the state of Hawaii, providing kids access and opportunities to different things such as internships, guest speakers, field trips, and more. Let's first start with some educational milestones. As a national organization, Teach for America set a research-backed, time-bound, and measurable goal in recognition of the need for change at the educational system level, and the opportunity we have to inspire that kind of change in partnership with communities and our national alumni network of over 60,000. Our goal is that by 2030, twice as many children in communities where we work will reach key educational milestones, indicating that they are on a path to economic mobility and co-creating a future filled with possibility. Knowing that systemic change will require collective effort, we sought deep engagement with our communities of focus in complexes such as Nanakuli Waianae, Honoka'a Kealakehe Kohala Kona Waina complex area, and to identify which metrics best demonstrate if our keiki are learning, leading, and thriving as defined by our 10-year goal. In gathering input on our 10-year goal, we conducted numerous interviews, focus groups, and surveys. In the end, we collected data from almost 400 individual students, teachers, administrators, leaders of community organizations, and parents. We used this data to write our educational milestone report, which details our analysis and findings. Data sharing agreements. Trustworthy data and data sources on student outcomes is necessary to evaluate whether we are positively impacting educational equity here in Hawaii and driving change in ways that contribute to opportunities for our keiki. Analysis of student outcomes data is necessary to make programmatic choices that align our actions and priorities with our aspirations for students. This year, our effort to secure reliable data directly from the DOE resulted in data sharing agreements covering 97% of our core and allowed us access to measure covering teacher professional outcomes, student academic achievement, and student perceptions. Now that we have created a process for obtaining data shared agreements, we will continue to execute this process to ensure our continued access to important educational data. Mahalo for your support. Because of you, students like me who came from a Teach for America school and taught, at my alumni school get the opportunities like we do today. I think about all my past students who have made an impact in my life, as well as the past teachers that have made an impact that were part of Teach for America in the past. So thank you again for being here and watching this video, and I hope that you continue to support TFA.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Danny Leslie, and I'm here in honor of my mom, Christine, who served on Teach for America Hawaii's regional board. My mom's greatest gift was service, and through her work here at our private family foundation and teaming up with Teach for America Hawaii, she was able to do the things she loved through gifting to the community. Through the generous support and investment of a diverse group of stakeholders, the Teach for America Hawaii region enjoyed a successful year of fundraising. Local fundraising efforts led to more than $3.3 million in donations that were made right here in Hawaii. This in turn was supplemented by more than $1 million in support from TFA's national organization as part of the commitment made by the company to investing in regions like Hawaii that serve significant populations of Native students. Because of this annual commitment, all funds raised here in Hawaii stay here in Hawaii to directly support our regional work. We are also proud to share that we continued to enjoy giving by 100% of our board and full-time staff, all of whom made a meaningful personal investment to help fund our work. Even though we are pleased with our success, our fundraising year was bittersweet as we lost two of our longtime believers and most dedicated supporters, Joyce Stupsky and my mom, Christine Bean. Joyce Stupsky and her husband Larry co-founded the Stupsky Foundation and were two members of a core group who made it possible for TFA to launch here in Hawaii in 2006. Without their financial commitment, guidance, support, and encouragement, we simply could not have been here today serving our island home. Last June, we were preparing to meet with Joyce's team at the foundation when we learned of her passing. We will always remember her kindness and heart, as well as all the love and admiration she and Larry had for Hawaii and its people. Over our 16-year history, Joyce and Larry invested more than $2 million into Teach for America Hawaii, making a deep and long-lasting impact here on the islands. In honor of Joyce, their love for our region, and their commitment to our long-term success, the Stupsky Foundation has made a $1 million investment that will allow us to identify how to best increase our impact and support the development of the resulting initiatives in the years to come. In January, our island community lost a true treasure in Christine Bean. We were honored to have her serve on our Hawaii Regional Board, where she was a staunch advocate for teachers, students, as well as many others in the education community. She is already so missed by all of us and all those who knew her. To remember and celebrate her and her commitment to public education, we have established the Christine Bean Excellence in Education Award, which, on an annual basis, we will recognize at least one educator who is making a positive difference in the public education and exudes kuleana, ohana, and aloha, which my mom so beautifully embodied in her short life. At the end of the fiscal year 2022, we have already raised $20,000 towards this award, which will be generously matched by us at the Roberts Foundation, in addition to the investments made to provide support to the Kailua Kona community.
Aloha, my name is Kevin Argueta, and I am a 2012 TFA Hawaii alum, co-founder of Maestro's Vibe, and vice principal at Holualoa Elementary School. We are so grateful to work alongside many organizations throughout our island community that are equally committed to moving our education system toward a more equitable future. Here are a few of our most significant partnerships. Among our longest standing partners are both the Hawaii Department of Education and AmeriCorps. We recruit and train our core members who ultimately are employed by the Hawaii Department of Education. Throughout the year, we work closely with our school partners to understand their specific needs and to help fill their most urgent teaching roles. We are deeply grateful for the steadfast commitment of the DOE leadership at the district level, administrators at the complex and school level, as well as our teacher colleagues. Many of our core members join AmeriCorps, committing their 2 years of service through TFA Hawaii and serve Hawaii with Aloha through community service and volunteerism. In return, Corps members receive a stipend that they may use toward their student loans or toward their Masters of Education they earn through university partners, Johns Hopkins University and Chaminade University. On occasion, we are able to work with other AmeriCorps partners like Kupu, which provides hands-on training in conservation, sustainability, and environmental education. This past December, we hosted our first in-person event since the start of the pandemic at their Ho'okupu Center, which is home to the Kupu Culinary Program. We were thrilled to share their story and highlight their work as we celebrated our board members, teachers, and most ardent supporters. Our innovators work closely with companies like Hub Coworking, Elemental Accelerator, and Transcend that have mentored and supported projects in various stages of growth. Hawaii Kids Can, another partner with which we enjoy a deep and long-standing relationship, co-hosts our annual Spark and Inspire event that showcases the astounding innovations like Maestro's Vibe that our Corps members and alumni are bringing to life. Other important partnerships include Kamehameha schools, including the Kiai Aina Kualaloa program, University Hawaii at Hilo, the West Hawaii Community Healthcare Center, Maestro's Vibe, and Nakalai Va'a, the Makali'i Education Program, as well as West Hawaii Induction and Mentoring for New Teachers and the Honoka'a Kealakehe Kohala Konawaina Complex. We are pleased, proud, and humbled to include these partners and so many more among our growing organizational ohana. Mahalo for all you do for Teach for America Hawaii. Because of you, we are able to continue these strong partnerships and ground our Corps members in equity and place. As co-founder of Maestro's Vibe podcast, I have personally witnessed how your donations have impacted the strong equity work that we do in and outside of our school.
Mahalo for spending time with us today. We hope this has been both informational and inspirational. Thank you so much for your partnership. Reach out if you have any questions. A hui hou.